Hello, my name is Jamie and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Unlike any other YouTube channel that showcases Pokemon Go PvP content, mine exclusively showcases Shadow Pokemon. So, if you're into that type of content, I'd appreciate if you could like and subscribe.
So, let's get into today's video. If you saw my community post, we have finally got an elo. We are a bit slow. All the glitches etc. have been super annoying, so I am taking my time. However, now it's down to business. It's time to start climbing. I ran a few teams and my first sets whilst having an elo, and this team did work fantastically. We are going with the very oppressive Shadow Granbull in the lead, who obviously really doesn't want to see any steel types whatsoever, so his perfect partner is the GOAT, Shadow Swampert, running Earthquake in this meta, and in my opinion, we're going to have on the safe switch one of the very best Pokemon in the Open Ultra League. That is going to be Shadow Lapras. It is a double legacy one. We are an Ice Shard, Ice Beam with a second move of Surf. We did manage to go 8 and 2 overall with this team, and today we are going to be showcasing one of them sets. So without any further ado, let's get into the battles. We will be leading Shadow Granbull for the duration of the video. And in game 1, we pick up a lead against an Ampharos. This is something I didn't really expect to see. The Volt Switches are doing almost as much damage as the Volt Switch. However, I don't really want to shield this. I imagine we will survive, and I'm hoping to be able to charm down. Thunder Punch does do big damage, and now we managed to get to this last minute crunch. The opponent now is going to have to burn a shield, and we'd be very happy with shield advantage. They do shield. They now switch out into Togekiss and Snipe us. However, we've got shield advantage. We've got a perfect answer for Togekiss. These Ice Shards are absolutely ripping through this Togekiss. We deny a charm and go for this Surf. This Surf will put into a range where I believe we are going to have to Ice Shard down without even taking an Ancient Power. Lapras has done a lot of work. If that Ampharos does come back in, we should be able to one shield and farm down. We get the Ice Shard through, so now we're not even going to take a Volt Switch. We are now in a great spot. You can see that the second Ice Shard does take him out before the Volt Switch registers. We're now loaded, full of energy. In the back is a Giratina. This is essentially a good game. All we need to do is get the shield with this Ice Beam, and we should be able to Ice Shard into a range where one Earthquake will KO. I've already hit the Surf. For some reason, we do lose CMP. I believe it is IV dependent. This must be quite an attack-weighted Giratina. I really wish I hadn't hit it, as I could have just took it out with Ice Beam, but either way, this Surf is going to put it into Earthquake range. We now switch out into Swampert, and there's absolutely nothing this Giratina can do. Dragon Claw does around a third. They are going to need 3. You can see we're not even into the yellow yet. They've got another move again. We're just going to survive, and this Earthquake is going to be enough to take game 1. The opponent actually goes for Shadow Sneak. I've got no idea why. If you are the Giratina, you want to go for just straight Dragon Claws. It is better damage per energy. Both Shadow Sneak and Dragon Claw do the same damage. However, Dragon Claw is slightly cheaper. So off to a 1-0 start. And moving on into battle number 2. We lead our Shadow Granbull into a Obstagoon. This is absolutely fantastic. This is one of the reasons why I switched up into a Granbull lead, as this meta is full of dark types. They switch out into Articuno. Lapras has a really great matchup here. The only thing that can flip it is a boost. They fire the Ancient Power, and would you guess what? They get the boost. However, our Lapras is super thick. We're still not bothered. We should still be able to win switch. Surf obviously doesn't do a lot now the defense has been raised by 2 stages. We are going to let this second Ancient Power through, as I know Lapras will survive, and despite them getting the boost, these Ice Shards aren't really very threatening, as Lapras doubles it resist Ice Shard due to our Water Ice typing. We should outpace them to the next Surf, which we do here. So now if the opponent shields, I will match shields and look to farm down. Let's see what the opponent does. They do shield it up. I think that's a mistake, as they are now at a range where we should be able to Ice Shard them down. I don't really like shielding up such a low health mon, but obviously we do really want to maintain that opening matchup. We do Ice Shard down, and we now got the Surf loaded. I imagine the Obstagoon is going to come back in, so we're just going to chip it down with this Surf. Surf should do around 30%. A nice little bit of chip damage. 1 counter, well actually 2 counters does take us out, and now we can bring back in the Granbull. In the back is a Lapras. This isn't really fantastic, as Swampert Lapras isn't a great matchup. We're going to go straight for the Earthquake. No baits on this channel. We love to go with the nukes. Surf comes through. The next Surf will really start threatening us. They even get an Ice Shard through, so perhaps we could have actually found our lose con. The opponent correctly shields an Earthquake, So now the opponent does have the chance to commit to the Ice Shard down. I'm going to chip it down with this Hydro Cannon. Once again, this is resisted due to Lapras water typing. However, all I need to do is put in a range where we can charm down. The opponent actually is committing to the Ice Shard down, so we do get to another Hydro Cannon. Now they're only a couple of charms away from being taken out. They have got 2 moves, so I am going to have to let one go through. I imagine they're just going to spam out Surf, so we let the first through. We're going to have to shield the second one up. We get a charm through. This second Surf is almost them energy dry. They're now 2 Ice Shards away from the next move. We take them out. We've got almost a close combat loaded. 2 more charms. We're at the close combat, and Granbull is absolutely about to delete this Obstagoon. So really interesting team comp from the opponent. They're running Obstagoon double ice. I have no idea what they're going to do against something like a Shadow Machamp, but GG's to that opponent. Moving on into the next battle, we pick up another great lead against an Umbreon. The opponent does stay in, and they've actually decided that whatever's in the back also doesn't want to see Granbull, and that is probably the quickest battle I've had all season. GG's to that opponent. I would have loved to have seen what you've got in the back. I think no matter how bad the lead is, you should stay in. However, it is early season. I imagine some people just want to get on with a battle, so we take that game. Moving on into game 4 of the video. We pick up an absolutely dreadful lead against Nidoqueen. We instantly swap into our safe switch of Lapras, and we are hard punished with a Scrafty. We get an Ice Shard through. If you are Lapras versus Scrafty, all you have to do in the Zero Shield is land an Ice Beam. So I build up towards the Ice Beam and I go for this Surf. Unfortunately, they do get a counter through. However, I am still pretty confident that I am going to make the Ice Beam. You can see our HP is getting super low. We do make the Ice Beam. The opponent is going to have to burn a shield to maintain that alignment. However, they let it go through as obviously they don't want to get farmed down. So we've now flipped that matchup. So Lapras is a Scrafty counter confirmed. Flipping switch was absolutely huge as Granbull has a dreadful matchup against Nidoqueen, and the ground water typing of Swampert has a really great matchup. They throw after 5, so it's just a Poison Fang. They switch out into a Powder Snow Ninetales. At this stage, I'm just going to absolutely sack this Granbull. They build up towards the Dazzling Gleam, but I'm not going to shield, so they throw Weather Ball. Dazzling Gleam and Weather Ball are pretty much the same energy as 2 Weather Balls for a Gleam, so they're at the back-to-back. Once again, I'm just going to sack it, and I know in the 2 shields, Swampert is going to be able to take out this Ninetales and the Nidoqueen in the back. This is where you're about to see the GOAT do GOAT things. We burn the first shield, we get an extra Mud Shot through, which is fantastic. So I'm going to shield up this Weather Ball. Over farm just a touch, trying to deny the Powder Snow, which we are successful in doing. Let's see if the opponent wants to burn their last shield. They do burn their last shield, but as we had some residual energy, just as the Powder Snow registers to get the next Weather Ball, we are going to take them out. We are 1 quick move ahead, so this Hydro Cannon will take out the Ninetales, and we'll have absolutely 0 problems taking out that Nidoqueen in the back. So despite having an absolute awful lead, we're off to a 4-0 start. Let's see if we can finish the set strong. The oppression of Granbull in that game there, you saw the opponent really reluctant to shield the Scrafties. It would just be free farm, meant that we got to the last minute Ice Beam, which was huge. We flipped the opening matchup and we got the alignment. This is why I say Shadow Lapras is such a great safe swap. In this 5th and final game, we pick up a dreadful lead against Talonflame. We instant swap into Lapras, and we are hard punished with one of the best Lapras counters in the Ultra League, Registeel. Our Ice Shards are resisted, Ice Beam would also be resisted, and this big tin can is so bulky that these Surfs hardly do anything. We're going to call the bait here. They do bait with a Flash Cannon, but it would take 2 moves to take us out anyway, so I believe straight Flash Cannon is the best recipe for the tin can, as it is more energy efficient. We're now chipping it down. We're hoping to make 1 more Surf, which we do, and I think the only win con for me here will be bring in Swampert, Mud Shot down, and hope Swampert's good against whatever is in the back. This Flash Cannon is going to take us out. They're at 100 energy, so they are quite close to a Flash Cannon. I'm hoping I can Mud Shot them down before they make a Focus Blast, but I don't think it's possible. Either way, I'm not going to shield it. I'm really hoping that Swampert is good against whatever's in the back. They've now got the energy for the Focus Blast. I'm going to save my shields. It's all going to depend now what is in the back. You can see we're now loaded full of energy. Show me something Swampert can be in the back. It is Giratina. So unfortunately, this is an absolute RPS loss. We bring in Granbull. There's no point me shielding this. We would just get incinerated down. I'm hoping I make a crunch. One charm. Just as we reach the next move, we get taken out by Incinerate. I do fire off this Hydro Cannon, but this is already a good game. I don't really know why I'm staying in. I think it's still plan to post this set. You may as well see how it goes. We're going to shield this move up, just for the giggles. This is going to be the Flame Charge. The opponent can now just Incinerate down. We get to the back-to-back move. However, they actually outpace, so I'm not going to shield this, and that is a good game. So you can see the team did work fantastically. In the last game, it was just an RPS loss. No matter what team you use, you are always going to get them RPS losses. However, these were some of the quickest Ultra League battles I've ever done in my life. So if you're looking to make quick work of the Ultra League meta, perhaps you should try a Shadow Granbull too. So this is my first upload of the Ultra League. I've also got another team that I'm going to be showcasing either later today or tomorrow. So just like to say thanks for watching, and I will see you all in the next one.